Happy Saturday, all. So here we are with the full release of Commander Legends. Um, been waiting for this for many, many months, and then an extra month after that. um, Collector booster, regular booster, the Commander decks. Uh, my friendly local game store gave me an extra of the preview Sanger Dark Baron and the Mana Confluence buy a box, which, man, I love this art. I have I cracked a or no, I purchased a original expedition one, but I really like this art. So I'm gonna use this one. All right, we are gonna go in order of advancing coolness. So, or yeah, so um, we're gonna do. We're just gonna open these and quickly rife through them. So there's no randomness in here, but still fun to just open and take a look at. So much cardboard, and this is cardboard you actually have to keep. Land, land commander. Gain denial. I just want to find the rares, I think, because I don't remember what's in these. I didn't really look at the deck lists for the commander decks. I just remember that they existed. Hey, Maloku. Yeah, a lot of these are big creatures. An Avenger, Landfall, classic. The creature. I don't remember the name of the artifact that originally did this. Terracedon. Yeah, so this looks like it's pretty standard green blue ramp control. Uh, oh, interesting. The Karoo lands. Ramp control, big creatures. Neat. There. And then I believe this one is uh, Boros equipment. I like these little deck boxes. Yeah, Boros equipment, definitely. I don't know, the colors on the artifacts are a little washed. It's very slight. I like this Timely Ward. Blazing Sun. For each opponent you have. Neat. Oh, is dealt damage. Cool. Martial Coup, always good. Relic Seeker. Was this always a rare? I think it was always a rare, actually. Yeah. Card Aid. Wow, lots of token generation in this one. Martial Coup and White Suns. Eh, that's funny to put right next to each other. Oxon Warhammer. Classic. So uh they have Jaya's Immolating Inferno, but I don't see a whole lot of legendaries in here. Like you've got your commander, of course, but um commander is often not enough. There's an okay amount of legendaries. Okay, never mind. I just needed to look better. All right, commander decks opened, cards placed, draft booster. Let us begin. I should just keep scissors here by this camera. That's what I should do. I'm still thinking I'm gonna get another box and just keep it. Just keep it until we can have in-store play again, or we can have play with other people again, and then draft it. Fact sheet. That's cool. They provide a draft archetype sort of sheet for the multiple colors. All right. I do like the feeling of 20 cards in a pack. Yeah, I'm just gonna blaze through the commons at least, but probably also the uncommons. Collective Recruiter. Coercive Recruiter, my bad. Pirate. Hey, Elisa. The lost Innistrad Angel. I like her a lot too. Paying life instead of commander tax. Corrupted Observer. Rare Phoenix. Foil Phoenix, that is. Cascade into Cascade. We're just going to put everything in one pile. So these only have this box only has 24 packs, which is, makes sense. That's all you need for a draft, but it makes prizing a little interesting because usually, if you buy a box for your friends, moving this mic, if you buy a box for your friends, you can use the packs that you need for a draft, and then use the rest for prizing. Ingenuity Engine. Imperator. Debaser. Oh, it's the second legendary. Kark the Thumbless. I love this guy. He has lost both his thumbs. A foil Jalum Tome. Pretty neat. And a Prismatic Piper. Always need Prismatic Pipers. I wonder if there's any pre-release packs out there that did not get a Prismatic Piper. I know it's it's a super low chance because I think they're like 20-ish%. I think they're like 25% of boosters, but you could always nice non-foil, but I'm perfectly okay with that. I also forgot this was even in the set. Pretty great. I'm down. There's our second legendary. Hans Eriksson. This guy has a lot of text for somebody who runs a lot. Foil Inspiring Roar. That's pretty neat. We got the vampiric tutor. Wow. Vigilance, trample, and haste. And it only equips for one. Oop. Here. Akroma's will. Give everybody some parts of Akroma's ability, or both, if you have your Neighbor Ariel. He is here. I really like this guy, especially his hexproof from artifacts, creatures, and enchantments. Pretty cool. Armory, Ross, and a copy. And it's great because you can use Never Ariel as his own disc. What do we got? We got a wrong turn. Target opponent gains control of target creature. The flavor text in the art on this too is perfect. Hilarious. Oh, both legendaries are uncommon. That's yeah, really hoping to draft this set someday. And I'm not sure. I know it's a print to demand set, so it's not like it's gonna be limited run, which is probably why the etched foils are pretty cheap. I watched somebody pull an etched foil Nagila, and I know the normal foil Nagila is I think 100, maybe 110. So I was assuming the etched foil was at least equivalent. No, etched foil is like $15. And I think because the tapping it because my brain is not the collector's boosters. Every collector's booster has an etch foil in it, so they're just not worth as much as I thought they would be. Good lord, commander, the cascade or artifact. I'm kind of okay with etch foils not being super expensive because they look really cool, and there's quite a few that I want. Oop. Hey, Mnemonic Deluge. I like the fact that it exiles itself because when I first saw this card, I didn't actually read that it exiles itself, and there was a lot of stupid stuff I was thinking of doing with it. I'm like, wait, no. Tormod. I really love how they use this set to just make cards of characters that we'd never seen, like Tormod. Hey, there's an etch foil. Man, I really love this foiling process. Like, it's got that texturing. It's not actually textured, but it looks like it is, and that's really cool. Neat. Nobody cares about commons, and well, I do care about commons and uncommons because there are some really good reprints in this set, but that's not the interesting part. Ooh, wait. Turtle. We got a turtle. Foil omens also neat. Should probably check my. Okay, it's still. I had that recording stop that one time, and now I'm a little bit paranoid. Return to dust, always good. Victimize, especially. Takashima's protege. Interesting. Um, no, she can turn into something. Yeah, she can turn into whatever you cascade into because you cascade first and then she comes into play. I really like this card too. Um, the ability to just ask essentially ask a player if they want to end their turn is pretty cool, but just um the lore of this creature, she's essentially she's a wizard who is an ogre who is a wizard who essentially forces magic to do whatever she wants. So she's very like, it's in her name, brute chronologist. She just kind of forces the magic around, and that I think that's great. Hey, that's a foil mythic. The you get you get a second beginning phase at the end of your turn. Pretty cool. I feel like I want to do something with that, but it's also 8 mana, so I don't really know what I would do with that. I mean, I like the idea of having a second beginning phase, but Preordain, always good. Magus of the Order. Sacrifice it and another green creature. Get a green creature on the battlefield. Seems kind of underwhelming. Not that every card has to be, super amazing. Well, Farhaven Elf, that's actually pretty great. I've got Farhaven Elf in a few decks. I'm always willing to foil out cards because I love foils. I know a lot of people don't. That's fine. Blasphemous Act. Classic. Nope. Nope. Foil Shimmermere. I think this was rare when it originally came out. I think it was a Scars card. I believe it was rare. Power creep, man. Power creep is one of those things that is really hard to manage, because you want to keep making your game exciting and you want to keep offering new opportunities, and a lot of times those opportunities just make previous things useless. Nevernariel's disc. Can we get Nevernariel and his disc at the same time? Cannot. I think Magic has handled power creep better than most games. But, they also have power creep in different ways. You can lower rarity of something. You can just make some things. Hey, 3 visits. That's a good one. Powerstone Engineer. That's our foil. Angel of Dawn. Yeah. There's a lot of different ways to mitigate, or I guess different types of power creep in Magic. So it's not always just make the pieces of the game stronger and more useful. It's how it can what the pieces of the game can do. Necrotic Hex. Man, so much stuff is so expensive in this set, and it's an interesting because, um, Commander is kind of the place where expensive things can shine, unless you get into a play group that is playing way too seriously. Serious isn't really the Prismatic Piper. That's only the second Prismatic Piper we've gotten, I believe. Yeah, I don't know. I see the value of competitive Commander. If it's a game, people want to compete and win, but it is not my scene. Also, I absolutely love that they added a bounce land for colorless exclusive. It's very cool. Immaculate Magistrate. Remember doing some shenanigans with that thing. Hey, a foil 3 visits. That's real cool. That one might be worth a thing. Not 100% sure, but because 3 visits was a Portal 3 Kingdoms? Either Portal or Portal 3 Kingdoms, I think. Oop. Oop. Nope. Court of Cunning. I like the courts a lot. I think this was a really cool way to bring uh, bring Monarch back and then make a fun use of it. Kodama of the East Tree. Will ambush. There's another prismatic waver. Yeah, so far I'm liking this box. You know, it's not off the wall amazing, but gotten a foil mythic, gotten a vampiric tutor, got an Emberwild captain. Not that that's super amazing, but got a foil Nightblade and a rock. It's just a rock. I don't remember if this set has Veteran Explorer, but I'd like another foil Veteran Explorer. Soulfire Eruption. Each of them exile the top card of your library. Deals damage equal to the card's mana cost. You may play them until the end of your next turn. Yeah, it's like, 9 mana is a lot, and you essentially get oh, okay. I didn't read this card as carefully. So you choose any number of targets, essentially targets that can take damage. And then you just rip cards from the top until until you hit that many targets, and then each target takes the appropriate amount of damage. But I guess if you do too many, hey, it's the mana burn guy. If you do too many targets, then you essentially waste cards. We're on the last we're on the final stretch. I'm also going to move this up so that I don't knock it over. I have been known to do that with my stacks of commons and uncommons. Just because I like getting the mana for cards in your opponent's hand. I love that they made a legendary kobold, keeping with the 0 mana cost, 0 power. Hey, another etch foil. Bilby. I do like this card, promoting some good politics. And a prismatic paper. So this box has had 2 etch foils, 1 uncommon and 1 rare. Not the worst. Yoop. Hey, Rex Age. Hey, there's a land. The multiplayer lands. Foil Amorphous X. In the armory. Takashima's Will. I like this card. You can, I wish it were. Wish it were an instant, though, for the second ability. Like, that's something I want to do at instant speed, just as a combat trick. Averna. I do want to build an Averna Cascade deck, but I also really want white. So, I don't know. Court of Ambition. More courts. Alright, 2 more. Volcanic Dragon. Classic. Arcane Signet. Always good. Never have too many Arcane Signets. They go in pretty much every commander deck. Alkite Courser. That's pretty great. And it doesn't, since you're just putting your commander, you're just putting it onto the battlefield. There's no commander tax increase. I might use him in something. I don't know what, but I'm trying to think of the decks I have that. All of my decks that like swinging with the commander aren't red. All of the red decks I have seem to just have the commander out. Do you... I want to reread this card. Return to the command zone at the beginning of the next end step. Okay, so you do actually get to keep your commander out during your post-combat main phase. So maybe I will actually... I have a Rakdos Lord of Riots deck. It's not like... It's not the classic, like, every Eldrazi packed into it, but there are a couple Eldrazi. But that might be a good place for that, because I can put Rakdos out, use his cost reduction ability, and then he goes back in the command zone. Hey, foil Path of Ancestry. That's also nice, because I don't believe this card's been foiled before. Neat. All right. So that was our draft booster. Let me pull out the interesting stuff. I like that guy a lot. I am glad that they don't have mana burn anymore, but I do like seeing that like essentially a one-off mana burn. That's what I was really looking for. All right. Pretty good. Pretty good. Put you guys there, because now the fun one. It's interesting, you know. Sorry, had to pull out the teeth. So collector's boosters are very. I like them a lot because I like, I like premiums. I like the variants. I like all that kind of stuff. But the fact that they have collector's boosters makes the variants less rare. We're not like Pokemon. I mean, I know Pokemon has a ton more variants, so it's hard to compare exclusively, but a lot of Pokemon variants like will always be more expensive than the other cards because it's harder to get those variants. than it is to get the Magic variants. Because Magic has collector's boosters, so you can just, the etched foils. If the etched foils were only in uh, draft boosters and at the same rate they're at now, they would probably be as expensive or more expensive than the set foils for the really rare ones. But because each one of these has one etched foil, and I think maybe multiple. Actually, maybe you can only get one etched foil. But it's very interesting thinking about the game economy in that kind of way. We're gonna go through these comments relatively quick. We're also gonna move that over. I don't like it. A extended art foil arcane denial. Neat. Hey, and a foil extended art victimize. That one's even cooler. That's going in the interesting pile. We'll go. Hey, foil scroll rack right off the bat. Very cool. I forgot this card was in this set. Extended art Swiftfoot boots. Boring. Foil Malcolm. Hey, Moldoltha etch foil. That's cool. I tried to build a Moldrotha deck and it just never worked out. I know a few people who have Moldrotha decks though, so I will probably trade that. Blim. Oh, so 3 etched foils. Yeah. I guess that goes to show that they are not the rarest things. We got a foil copy. Dispeller's Capsule. Sky Diamond. Oop. Oop. Foil Court of Grace. Non-foil extended art Terramorphic. Wheel of Misfortune. Etched Abomination. A Nekusar. Always a fun guy. Elfinor. I love the etched foils. This one looks especially interesting because the background is kind of the same sorts of gold that the border is. Very interesting. Oh, come on. Foil the Monarch. Hey, there's a foil extended art Path of Ancestry. That's actually the one I really wanted. Foil Unicorn. Neat. Foil extended art Magus of the Order. Sure. Extended Return to Dust. Extended Land. Etched Anara. A Derevi. That's a good one. I've never run a Derevi deck, but he's she, I actually don't know. Sanger. And I think we're gonna put the not as interesting etched foils, because I did not really realize that they were gonna be that populous. I also didn't know every. Maybe it's just because I'm lucky, but I don't think so. But I didn't really realize that every pack was gonna have a an old style or a pull in etch foil as well. Fertilid. I do like me some foil fertilids. Phyrexian Titan form. I think I think Encore sacrifices. So yeah, Encore 12, you get 3 or however many opponents you have of the dudes, and then each one of those becomes 3 dudes. Hey, extended art arcane signet. I'll take that. That's going in the interesting pile. Horizon Stone. I'd like that they just put this ability on a card. Very cool. Argo. Horacios. Nostro. I assume you don't pronounce the G. I'm sure they'll bring Edge Foil back, but I hope they do. Although I kind of hope they make it, I don't know, more rare. I don't know. At Port of Ambition. Extended Art Findhorn Elves. Extended Art Vault of Champions. Ravos. I have a deck that has Ravos as a commander, so I will be using that. Yeah, so far we haven't gotten anything jaw dropping. I mean, we're barely halfway through the box, so we have time to be surprised. I don't really know what I'd really want. Yeah, extended art humble defector. I guess that's kind of what I want. Extended art jeweled lotus. I am not on the this is gonna break everything train. It like I don't know. It's good, sure, but it's not. It's only one use. Honestly, I think Soul Ring is more broken than this card. Um, it's definitely good, and if you pull it in opening, you know that game is going to go heavily in your favor. But I wouldn't say it's broken. Vial Smasher. He smashes vials. Yeah, it's just good, not broken, just good. And like if you have a commander that abuses it, your commander can abuse basically anything else in your deck, and it's kind of a moot point. The all ingesting bio waste blob. Oh, they really extended that battle art. They extended our Teamer Battle Rage. Sure. A extended Rings of Bright Earth. That's neat. Put that there. Radiant. Ton of the Blood Sower. I really like this guy because it just turns your scries into card draw. I'm hoping for a Rayhan. Um, the deck that I have Ravos as the commander is Ravos and Rayhan. So I will also take a Nagila because I do have a Nagila deck which is every bit as stupid as it should be because well, actually, it's not as every bit as stupid. My Najila deck is Legendary Warrior Tribal, so with the exception of like 3 cards, 3 creatures, every creature is a Legendary Warrior. That kind of depowers it. I don't have every single way to go infinite. I only have like half. Hey, full out foil or extended foil Myriad Landscape. Nice. Foil Lisa. This card. This is the card that I'm kind of annoyed with because it does just shut down a lot of things. And like, yes, it dies to removal, and theoretically you would not, you wouldn't search anymore after it's out. But a lot of decks don't have a huge amount of removal, especially as you go more casual. Um, so, and the decks that do have a decent amount of removal oftentimes search for it, and now you can't. So, um, I don't see this card getting banned in the greater scope, but I do see a lot of play groups house banning this card because it will make casual play, well, not really casual, because as you go more casual, usually people have less tutors anyway. So, what I think it'll make like mid-level play completely unfun, where there's just enough tutors for it to matter, but not enough removal for things to be hyper focused. So, I think that's going to be a problem. Oop. Akiri. Another etched foil. You know, we're actually going to remove the etched because well, that's cool. I got the 2 sort of problematic cards. Oh right, I want to do these one at a time. And a foil Farhaven Elf. Can never have too many foil Farhaven Elves. What I really want is I want that damn. Wait, no, that isn't in this set. I was again thinking of the kicker Darksteel Ingot, but that's in Zendikar. Well, Rejuvenating Spring. A Braid. Druid. Cat. Cedar. Hey, Edgefoil Becca. I'm putting that in the interesting pile. I think I'm going to build a deck with her as the commander. I don't know exactly what it's going to do yet. What is that, Grixis? I find a fun Grixis thing to do. Foil Sisay's Ring. Foil Path. One interesting pile. Oop. Yep. Counterspell. Can't go wrong with Counterspell. Or Razor. Deals combat damage to a player. Untap each. Oh, so you just get combat phases for each opponent. That's cool. And essentially, you only get 1 combat phase per opponent. Neat. Kirka Shiriki. I have that as a commander too, so glad to see that. And a Turtle. Alright, 2 more packs. We're going for the Rayhan and the blue-green partner that is not Thrasios. The Idel. Prophet of Crufix. Or Seer of Crufix. a foil command tower. That's pretty great. Foil extended dirt, humble defector. That's cool. A foil chroma. Neat. I like this chroma a lot. Especially when you combine it with regular chroma. Spider. Extended art, reliquary tower, non-foil, but still cool. Encore this towards the end of the game if you've gained a bunch of life. Titan the Weaver. Alright. Wow me, final pack. Oh, Kamal's Will. Extended art Kodama's Reach. Do like me some Kodama's Reaches. Cat's Will. Sat. So, like, this is extended art, but you can't really tell because the edges of the art are the same kind of black that the border is. kind of a letdown. Hey, there's Kydell. Cool. Chosen of Griffiths. Yeah. So I got etched foils of two of the commanders in one of my decks. So that's cool. And an etched art unicorn. All right. Well, that was kind of a less than the brain not working. A less than stellar whatever this kind of pack was collector's box. My brain is very badly lagging today. But not the worst thing. We did get a foil scroll rack, which I think this is the first time it's been in foil outside of judge foils. So, and then our regular box had a that there vampiric tutor. I'm just kind of pulling out random stuff. So yeah, thank you for joining me on this. Finally getting to open some Commander Legends. I kind of want another collector booster. Probably won't be able to get one, but we'll see. Next week I have something slightly less exciting, but still pretty neat. And I have been accumulating secret layers because they've just been coming in little by little. So eventually we'll get to secret layer openings, but I'm kind of glad it's been putting off just because that just gets more to collect, so more to open at once. So thank you much for joining. I will see you next Friday for something different. Take it easy, y'all.